Here are 5 things I want you to know before you buy the Jones Road Beauty Just a Sec Cream Eyeshadow. Hello, welcome to the channel. I'm Britt, creator of the Style Shaker, your guide to cleaner, greener, better for you beauty, skincare, and beyond. I try these products out for you, share my honest reviews over here. Also, you have a better idea of what to buy and more importantly, what not to buy. Here are the 5 things that I will be covering in today's in-depth review for the Jones Road Beauty Just a Sec Eyeshadow. They're all based on my scorecard system. You're gonna see swatches, you're gonna see demos, you're gonna see wear tests, and at the end you will hear my final verdict. Would I buy it again? And if not, I will give you some alternatives that you might want to check out in the eyeshadow category. This, my friends, is review 555. What? I know. Links to everything that I mentioned will be below. It is an honest review over here, as always. No one's paying me to say the following. If you like that kind of thing and you want to keep seeing more of it, support the channel by doing this. Alright, we're going to kick it off with ingredients and some swatches. Silicones are up front here. Phenoxyethanol is also on the list at the very bottom, so there's not much of it in the formula. Glass container, way to go Jones Road, woohoo! Plastic cap, but glass containers move in the right direction. There are several bulking agents towards the end of the list to add volume, I guess. I kind of get it. It's silky from the silicones. It's thicker. It feels like the cream shadow, but cream to powder. There were some weird looking ingredients in here. I'm not a cosmetic chemist. Wasn't my favorite ingredients list, but didn't see any massive red flags for me. Look at it yourself though, because it can be personal. So next up with the demo, we're going to talk about application and payoff. This one is really easy to apply. I actually ended up using my fingertip 9 times out of 10 when I applied it. I've been using it for over a month now. Or you can always use a fluffy brush, that also gets it done. Or you can use a harder brush and make it into a liner. You have multiple options. Either way that I did it, it was very simple in terms of application. It didn't fall everywhere. There wasn't glitter fallout onto the rest of the face. I was impressed. I was very impressed. Specifically with something that has glittery flecks in it. They were very fine and subtle, which I'm going to talk about in a second. The claim here is that you're going to get a shimmery wash of color with payoff. Honestly, I saw more than a wash of color here. I have tried the sparkle wash. I feel that is a wash. It's in the product title for a reason. This provided way more payoff in one swipe than that did, and it easily built up as well. So I saw some really strong payoff here. It's not a wimpy shadow. The glitter is evident. Some of us really don't like glitter. I usually don't like it, but it is so subtle and fine that it wasn't bothering me. I touched on this more on the wear test, but for now, it was okay. Next, let's talk creasing. Does it crease? A lot of this depends on what you put on underneath. I think if you have oilier lids, it makes it very tricky. Use a good primer. I do not have one. I haven't found one yet, sorry. Creasing for me, I don't have oily lids, but creasing for me was completely non-existent. It did not crease on me. I was very, very impressed. Buffing the product into the lid with a brush I think is only going to help because it's not going to have it sitting in different areas. If say you use your finger and press it in, it could be not applied as evenly as using a brush to buff it out. But for me, I had no problems with creasing. Finally, I want to talk about the wear test here. I would say there was a little bit of fading after about 8 hours. It was definitely evident. It did not evaporate off of my eyelids. I'd say 60, maybe 70% of the product was still there. In terms of color, I have this in bronze. Because it faded, the glitter became a little bit more front and forward, which I wasn't a huge fan of. Kind of depends on the look you're going for. On the positive side, glitter stayed on the lid. It still did not fall on cheeks or anywhere else on the face, which if you think about it is really impressive. It's not a common thing in my experience. At the end of the day, my hair is a wreck, but we're talking about the Jones Road shadow. So let's take a look. It's not creasing or anything. This is a really good wear test result, I gotta say. It didn't do great, but it wasn't really terrible. Total score for this shadow is a 15 out of 20 on the scorecard. My final verdict, will it make Britt's picks out of the hundreds of products that I try? This is my curated list of favorites. It gets updated once every couple of months. It's not gonna make the list yet. It's not gonna make the list yet. I liked it far more than the Sparkle Wash, like 100 times more than the Sparkle Wash. It's also because I have 2 current favorites that are really strong and they're shimmery cream shadows. So this one's having to compete against those 2 on my list, and they are Ilia Liquid Powder Chromatic Eye Tint. I love that in dim. I love it in fresco. I've been using it quite a bit. It's a little wetter, so you gotta work quickly with it. And then the second one that I'm obsessed with that I think wins of all of them is the RMS Creaseless Eyelights. I love it. I use it all the time. I've actually started using it as a shimmery primer. It kind of holds onto powder on top. It's such a good product. I'm very impressed. And the packaging's incredible there too. So RMS is coming out with some great stuff. So yeah, this is having a hard time competing with those. If it weren't for those, this would be a very strong cream shadow for me. I really liked it, like I mentioned, it just is having a hard time fighting against the other ones. That's what the scorecard says, that's what I think. What do you think about this product? Have you already bought this? Have you tried any other products from Jones Road Beauty in terms of eye or face that you've liked or not liked? I feel like it's a polarizing brand over here. So let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel, and I'm gonna go test out some more products. I will be right back here real soon. Until then, bye.